Hello everyone, thanks for checking out today's video. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris. We talk all about koi ponds and water gardens, aquatic plants, pond fish, pond filtration, design, construction, troubleshooting, all kinds of, just about everything you can think of for your pond. Tips about landscaping around it. I have some product reviews, which is what we're doing here today. And I also have a website called Pondscapes and More, where we look at all different aspects of ponds. I have a ton of pictures on there and videos of ponds and jobs that I've built over the years, as well as a lot of other information, some featured products. I have Amazon links to a lot of the products there for you to find things really easily. And even wild birds, attracting and feeding wild birds. So lots of cool stuff. So please take some time, check all that out. I appreciate your support with all that. And as I said, today's video we are looking at the Teton XPF series submersible pump. I did a product review a little while back about a little giant submersible pump. That's really versatile and can be used for a lot of different things. These pumps here are stainless steel pumps that are really strong. So they're a little more expensive, okay, than a lot of other submersible pumps. But these guys are the Mercedes of pumps, okay? Not just this Teton pump in particular, but any kind of these stainless steel submersible pumps made by many companies. On my website I have links to Surumi pumps. Those are really great pumps as well. But we're going to dive into these and tell you a little bit about them and whether or not help you decide whether it might be something that's good for you and your pond. Alright? So basically this particular company here is called Teton. And they make 4 different sizes of these pumps. There's a 3,700 gallon per hour, a 4,500 gallon per hour, a 5,200 gallon per hour, and this one is a 6,000 gallon per hour pump. Now these are serious pumps, all right? They are, like I said, they are not cheap. They're expensive pumps, but they're going to last you a long time. These things are really, really strong. They have a lot of head pressure. They move a lot of water. And their electric use is not that bad. But when you need a lot of power, right, to pump water a long distance, through a pressure filter system, just to move a lot of water efficiently, these are really great pumps. Okay, so let me open this up. I'll show you what we have here. And like I said, this is just an example, okay? I'm doing this video not just as a product review on this specific pump, but on these stainless steel submersible pumps in general, all right? So here we go. Now these things are heavy, right? They're really solid. Stainless steel construction here, okay? So top of the line, okay? They have a long cord on here. Actually, let me see the length of these cords. They're usually 18, 20 feet. See, this is 18 feet, okay? Let me just go through some numbers here. I put them up on the screen here behind me, but just to give you an idea. This is the XPF 6000. The maximum flow rate is 6,200 gallons an hour. The maximum head in feet is 41 feet. All right. It runs on 820 watts. All right. Not too bad. Yes, it's pulling power, but you're also getting a really strong pump here, moving a lot of water. That's 7.3 amps. So output horsepower is 1. Discharge size 2-inch. Cord length 18 feet. And the weight here is 20 pounds. Okay, like I said, this is a hefty pump. This thing weighs 20 pounds, all right? Okay, so it comes with a 2-inch adapter here, like a hose barb fitting. If you want to connect like a rubber hose or something to it. I wouldn't do that, just me. I would use a 2-inch PVC male fitting in here and run all 2-inch PVC, whether it's flex PVC or whatever. Okay. Now, as I said, the real advantage of these pumps is the power, all right, and the durability. These things last a long time. They're really good pumps. This particular manufacturer here gives a 2-year warranty on it. Okay, so if anything should go wrong with it within 2 years, you're covered. However, let me say this. In general, okay, I've been in business here working with pumps and stuff for almost 30 years now. It's very hard to get a pump warranted. It seems that, and I'm not just saying these, I'm just saying in general, okay? It seems that every time in the past I've sent pumps out all over the country back to, their makers. The companies, it takes a week to send it back. It takes a week or two for them to reply to you. It may be more, all right? And then it takes time for them to give you a verdict, which is usually it's not covered, because they always come up with something. Oh, it wasn't a manufacturer's defect. It shorted out because there's a burn due to a electrical supply problem, or whatever. Okay, I'm just telling you, it can be difficult to get things warranted like that. Now, if you buy this from a local store, they may, you might have a better chance of returning it and saying, hey, I bought this thing last year, here's my receipt, it's shorted out. At that point, yes, they should take it back and they should refund you, or whatever, exchange it for a new one. But when you deal with the manufacturers, sometimes you may run into some issues. Okay? Anyway, but the point is, you can be out for a month or two without the pump before you get one back from the manufacturer, if they cover it under warranty. All right. So just that being said, I guess the moral of my story is, if you buy a pump, right, buy a good one. Spend the money, get something reliable, okay? And hopefully you won't have those issues with it. I've used a bunch of these pumps in the past. This pump, some other stainless steel pumps from other manufacturers, they're all very similar. And they have lasted a long time. I haven't really had many issues. Okay, so good stuff. Anyway, so why might you want to use a stainless steel pump like this rather than, a cheaper, smaller plastic pump like the Little Giant that I reviewed a month or two ago, whatever, a little while back? So obviously durability, okay? This pump costs twice as much as a lot of other submersible pumps, and it's basically going to give you the power and the durability. Now these are all 2-inch fittings on here, okay? If you can see on the side, it's got a nice big area here for your pipe. They have, all right, so here's another thing to consider with these pumps. Sometimes submersible pumps have a strainer in front of the impeller, okay, to keep out any kind of debris, fish, frogs, tadpoles, whatever, leaves, okay, sticks, all that kind of stuff. Keep them out of the impeller, which is good because it's going to protect your fish and all that kind of stuff, right, from getting sucked into your pump. The problem is a lot of times those strainers can get clogged. So depending on our uses, all right, something like this might be better. Now this one does not have a strainer. On the bottom of this pump, there is simply a hole here, and it just sucks everything into it. This pump is capable of passing debris, okay, leaves, maybe even small sticks. It's just going to grind up and spit them out. However, you're also talking like mud, sludge, stuff like that. It'll suck it right up. But it will also suck up small fish. It will also suck up frogs, tadpoles, snails, all that kind of stuff. It's going to become chum, okay? I have seen in the past several times, a couple times here and there, where somebody would call me and say, you know, my skimmer pump is not working. You know, can you come over and take a look? And I go over and I open the skimmer and I feel, you know, the pump. I reach in and feel the pump, and I can feel it vibrating, humming, like it wants to run, right? But it's not pumping water. So something's clogged inside. So several times, you know, I'll disconnect the pump. Maybe there's a union here, a Fernco or something. I'll disconnect it, and I'll pull this up out of the skimmer and look at it, and there's like frog's legs sticking out of the bottom of it, or a half ground up fish inside the suction, okay? So that is something you need to be aware of. So if you're using a pump like this, you may not want to put it directly into your pond, okay? A good use for these would be in a skimmer, all right? Put it in a skimmer where you have the door, that inlet of the water from the pond into the skimmer to help keep fish out. You'll have hopefully a net behind that door to catch any kind of debris or fish, and maybe even a filter pad behind that. And then your pump is, you know, behind the filter pad. So it has, if, you know, if some fish or frog or something gets pulled into your skimmer, it's hopefully not going to find its way to the pump, okay? So in that circumstance, these things work really good. Because any kind of debris, any kind of sludge, any kind of sediment that gets into your skimmer that may get, you know, build up on the pad or in the net and get through the net, this thing will just grind up and pump right out. So it's not going to clog. Whereas some of the other submersible pumps with a screen have a tendency occasionally to get clogged up a little bit with debris. These will not, all right? So these things, these pumps here also have some nice big feet here on the bottom of them, okay? If you can see this, they have some nice big feet with like rubber pads on them where the pump will sit, you know, on the bottom of the pond, skimmer, whatever. But what you need to know about this is that those rubber feet hold that bottom of the pump up a couple inches, okay, maybe 2 inches. So it's going to allow a lot of water flow underneath it, which is awesome because the pump is going to need that water flow. It's pulling 6,000 gallons an hour. So it needs that water to be able to flow in here so it can pull it out. But you're also giving room for the frogs, the tadpoles, the fish, the snails, you know, whatever else might find its way in there, okay? So just be aware of all that. Now, another use, a lot of times I use submersible pumps when I am draining and cleaning ponds, okay? I want to drain that pond down, you know, wash the pond down, power wash it, clean it all up. I prefer the Little Giant pump from, you know, my last product review better than these, simply because that Little Giant pump, even though it has a strainer on the bottom, that pump sits right on the bottom of my pond, so I can suck out all the water, right? I even take the lid off of a bottom drain. I can put that pump inside the base of the bottom drain and just wash all the mud, sludge, junk, you know, dirty water right down into my bottom drain, and that pump sucks everything out. So my pond is pretty much empty. With these pumps, I can't do that because this does not suck water from the very bottom. It's up 2 inches. So at the most, I can drain my whole pond down, but I'm still going to have 2 inches of water in the bottom of my pond. And it's, you know, that's rough. Now I got to use like a shop vac and suck out, you know, maybe 100 gallons of water or something, right? Maybe more. So I don't like using this type of pump in that like cleaning situation, but definitely, you know, for a waterfall, in a skimmer, any kind of thing like that, these things are top of the line. All right. Definitely a great option. So yeah, right, so that's basically it in a nutshell. All right, and as I said, there are many different manufacturers that make similar products. And as far as I've seen, they're all pretty similar and they all seem to be really good. If you're looking at, Amazon or something, like I said, the Surumi pumps are really good. I have them listed on my website. You can find links there real easy into Amazon and bring up, whatever size you like. Also, there are some pumps that, how can I say, they're smaller. They would be a 3,500, maybe 3,700 gallon per hour, and then there could be some pumps that are even larger. So the fittings that they use are dependent on the flow rate of the pump. So some pumps are going to have an 1.5 inch fitting here. This one has a 2-inch fitting, and even larger pumps like this could be 3-inch fitting. Okay, so just be aware of that, because if you are looking to replace a pump that you have now in your skimmer or in your pond, whatever, that's might be 1.5 inch, and you go buy something like this, all right, this is going to be 2-inch. Just be aware of the size so you can purchase the right size fittings to reduce or increase the size of the pipes and whatever you need to do to make this fit, okay? And that's true with all pumps, right? Just be aware of the size of the plumbing that you have and what size the pump is, and make sure you get the proper adapters and fittings, to fit it. Otherwise, you're going to bring the pump home, you're going to be ready to throw it in your skimmer, and then you get there and you're like, it doesn't fit, okay? So, definitely. The other thing here to mention with this pump is on the side, there is a red line here. There's a decal, a sticker on the side. It says minimum water level, okay? These pumps are strong. They are drawing power. They're going to heat up, all right? They're going to get hot. So these pumps need to stay submerged. So right here, they want the minimum water height to be here, all right? So obviously, you put this thing down in a skimmer and your water level's up here, it's awesome. But if you're using it in a circumstance where that water's going to drop down here, all right, we got to be careful of these pumps overheating. All right, they're going to get hot. The water's actually going to help cool it. All right? So that ought to wrap it up for you. I hope that gives you a good idea of what these pumps are all about. I just wanted to introduce you to these stainless steel submersible pumps when you need power, when you need head pressure, and you want durability, something long-lasting. These are worth the investment. So a really, really nice pump here for your pond. All right? So thank you very much for watching. I hope that answered some questions and gave you some insights here a little bit. Please check out my other video. I'll have it here on the end screen for the little giant pump. It just shows you a different option. You can kind of learn about both of them. As well as I have reviews on Artesian Pro, Performance Pro Artesian 2 pumps, which are external pumps as well. So I'll pop that one up here on the end screen as well if you're interested in checking that out. It's there for you. All right? So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully, again, it helped you out. If it did, please hit that little like button, that little thumbs up. It helps me out. I appreciate your support. Subscribe to the channel. Check out my website, pondscapesandmore.com. And thank you very much for your time today, and hopefully we'll see you back soon. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.